What is up, Clashers? Today we're going to be playing some 2.6 Hog Cycle and Mid Ladder. I have some interesting games for you guys, so yeah, we're gonna hop in. We're gonna hop into this first one here. So this first match is against King of Fight. He's running a egolem rage deck. It's a little bit off meta because it has knights and bats in it, but other than that, it's pretty standard. You know the deal. You just play E-Giant, ignore everything, and win. I think it's one of the most toxic decks in the meta right now. I don't like it personally. I hate playing against it, but I think I have a pretty good win rate against it. So if I play right, I can win. You know how it goes. So he's gonna go immediately for a big E giant push here at the bridge. I just am trying to protect this musketeer because he would have to use some spells in order to get to that, which would require a little bit more than what he's I feel like willing to use. Um, yeah, we cleaned it up really nice with just a cannon, ice golem, musketeers. Like I said, I'm trying to stack musketeers. Barely managed to save that one. Skeletons are really nice for E-Golem because they help clean it up. Go for a Hog Muskie push on the right. He blocks the musketeer, but can't really do too much about the Hog at the moment. I'm up a ton of elixir because all of those E-Golem little bits that he fed me. So I just have a really good push going on both sides. It's hard for him to defend all of it. I get really good damage on both sides, and he's still down elixir. All he has going is this little E drag. But I just ice spirit on that, kited a little bit, and that's gone. No hits on tower. Oh, one hit on tower. Correction, my bad. And yeah, I'm up a crazy amount of damage, and I think I'm up a little bit of elixir, and I'm up damage. So I figured I'd just go hog bridge. It's really important to pressure against e-golem decks because yeah, that's what they do. They just go bridge. So if you're not always constantly pressurizing, I feel like they just have time to build up enough elixir to go for a big push that you can't really defend. So I kind of play the muskie in an angle where it'll get that phoenix off the board, clean up the egg. It doesn't lock onto the e-golem, which is kind of sad there, and he gets some nice damage, but I'm able to just log it away, keep that muskie alive, use a nice spirit effectively, and man, I'm just up so much elixir and up so much damage, it's crazy. So we hop into double elixir here. This is kind of when it gets scary. This is why you need a real nice damage cushion, because if you're not paying too much attention, those e-golems will just shred your tower. It's crazy. Yeah, so he's setting up another e-golem push here, and I'm just trying to defend as best as I can. Defensive cannons are my just most favorite. I get a really nice fireball value right here. Boom, right there. Just takes out a lot of his things. Knight, his firecracker, a lot of his e-golem, and that healer. He's trying to stack healers, but they just have no chance against my muskies. They're just shredding them. I go for a hog to clean up that right-hand tower. Kind of BM a little bit because, it's e-golem. And see what I mean? I have 3 musketeers stacked on the board right now. Even with that rage, that's not really going to get through. I miss a fireball. It's not a video without a fireball miss. I mean, come on. I ended up getting 4 musketeers on the board by the time the match ends. But yeah, that's a win against E-Golem. Pretty rare, and I'll see you guys in the next match. Alright, so our next match is against Needhowl, and he's playing a really annoying Mega Knight E-Barb deck. Everybody's played against it. Just very mid-ladder type match, and I figured I'd throw it into the video because I do end up winning, and I think it's a very satisfactory win every time you beat Mega Knight E-Barb. So in these matchups, you really want to play defensive cannons, and yeah, there he is, Mega Knight Bridge, and he's got the wizard behind it, and now he's got the firecracker. I missed the fireball on the firecracker because I'm a little late with it. My ice spirit dies. The cannon doesn't really kite the Mega Knight like I thought it would. It's just not a good time. So yeah, all I have left is a little hardly alive muskie that just gets shredded at the bridge by those E-barbs. I don't know why I went muskie here. It didn't make too much sense because I had nothing really to put in front of it to protect it from those E-barbs. He ends up getting 1 hit on tower, so it was okay defense, but now I'm down 1,000 damage and I'm down elixir, which is not something you want to have when you're facing a Mega Knight E-barb deck, because E-barbs just deal so much damage to that tower. Alright, so he plays Valkyrie back, and at this point I'm kind of just scared to play anything, so I go defensive cannon because Mega Knight you can just play that right onto my hog, and my hog just dies, basically. So I don't really want to do that and set him up for a nice push. So instead of going in for a push here, he actually plays his wizard back, and that's what really psychs me out, because like nobody plays wizard back and just Valkyrie back and does no push with it. So at this point I'm kind of afraid. I know the Mega Knight's coming. I know my cannon's gonna be gone. I go for a really nice Skeleton's Ice Spirit on the wizard. However, he gets 1 more hit on the tower, bringing the damage gap even farther apart. He leaks a little bit of elixir there, but gets his firecracker down. I know he's setting up for a push now that I don't have that cannon. Yep, there it is. E-Barb's bridge. Very typical push. This time I had the ice golem in hand to just distract those E-Barbs, let the muskie clean them up. I'm feeling confident after that defense. I really needed a good defense on my behalf. So I go hog. I try to predict the skeleton army with the log. However, he did not have it in hand, and it did not work out very well for me. So like I said, defensive cannons are the best against Mega Knight. It can just shred it for only 3 elixir. All you really need is maybe an ice golem in front of it or just something to protect it. And see, even I play Muskie and that cleans up that Valkyrie. It's just so nice. So I know he's setting up for another push. I don't know why I used the fireball against the wizard. I probably should have waited a second to see if he played E-Barb's bridge, but oh well. Gives me nice log value against the firecracker and the wizard. He plays his Mega Knight a little bit behind that firecracker, so it kind of messes him up. But defensive cannon coming in clutch. There's another one. These I really wasn't expecting Minion Horde because it's not a very often played card in the game. But there it is. I defended pretty good with just an Ice Golem and an Ice Spirit. Pretty effective against it. So I go in for Hog here. Try to predict the Skarmy again. I think I'm just logging a little bit too early. But he goes in for Valkyrie Wizard, almost basically ignoring almost the whole Hog. Allows me to get a lot of damage. I just go Defensive Cannon. Muskie is just clean it all up. Look at this absolute sniper shot it gets on the Wizard. That was crazy. She just absolutely twisted around, one-shot him, and just continued to go to work on that Skarmy. So here, I play the Ice Spirit with the Hog because I know he's either going to play Skarmy or he's going to play Minion Horde. Nice predict. Got the Fireball, the Hog gets in the last shot, and that is a win. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, leave comments of other decks you might want me to play, leave a like on the video, it really helps for new channels like mine, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.